In a bustling village nestled between dusty hills and swaying date palms in a South Asian landscape, lived a merchant named Karim. Known for his sharp wit and sharper greed, Karim owned a loyal donkey named Bahadur, whose clever eyes sparkled with mischief and wisdom. One sunny morning, Karim decided to journey to a neighboring town to sell his finest goods, sacks of fragrant saffron, woven rugs, and jars of sweet honey. "Bahadur, my trusty friend," Karim said, piling heavy sacks onto the donkey's back. "Today we'll make a fortune." His eyes gleamed as he added an extra sack, ignoring Bahadur's soft grunt of protest. The load teetered, but Bahadur, ever loyal, steadied himself and began the trek. Their path wound through a vibrant bazaar, where the air hummed with the chatter of vendors and the scent of roasted chickpeas. Soon, they reached a swollen river, its waters rushing like a herd of wild horses. Karim scratched his beard, eyeing the rickety wooden bridge. "Cross it quickly, Bahadur. We can't waste time," he urged, nudging the donkey forward. Bahadur stepped cautiously onto the creaking bridge, but halfway across, a plank wobbled. With a clever flick of his hooves, Bahadur balanced the load, saving the goods from tumbling into the water. Karim, instead of praising him, grumbled, "Hurry up, you stubborn beast! My profits depend on you!" The journey continued up a steep mountain path, where loose pebbles rolled underfoot and the sun beat down like a blacksmith's hammer. Bahadur trudged on, his ears twitching at the merchant's constant muttering about gold and glory. At a narrow bend, they met an old traveler, her face wrinkled like a dried apricot, carrying a small bundle. "Kind sir," she said, her voice gentle, "could your strong donkey carry my bundle to the next town? I'll pay you a coin." Karim's eyes lit up at the word coin, but he lied. "My donkey's too burdened already, auntie." "Move along." Bahadur snorted, casting a knowing glance at Karim, but the merchant ignored him. As they descended the mountain, Bahadur's steps grew slower, his load heavier with every lie Karim told to passers-by, claiming his goods were too precious to share or his donkey too weak to help. At dusk, they reached a shady grove near the town. Karim, exhausted, tied Bahadur to a tree and began counting his expected profits, his laughter echoing greedily. But Bahadur had had enough. In the moonlight, he nudged a sack of saffron loose, letting it spill slightly onto the ground. When Karim awoke, he gasped, "My saffron!" Ruined. He glared at Bahadur, who brayed loudly, drawing the attention of a group of travelers camping nearby. One traveler, a wise-looking man with a flowing beard, approached. "What's this noise, merchant?" he asked. Karim, flustered, tried to lie again, claiming bandits had tampered with his goods. But Bahadur brayed even louder, stomping near the spilled saffron, his eyes fixed on Karim. The traveler raised an eyebrow. "Your donkey seems to disagree. Tell me, beast, what's the truth?" To everyone's surprise, Bahadur nudged another sack, revealing it was half filled with cheap sand instead of saffron, a trick Karim had planned to sell at a high price. The travelers gasped, and Karim's face turned red as a pomegranate. "Enough!" Karim shouted, but his voice softened as Bahadur looked at him, not with anger but with a quiet wisdom. The merchant sank to his knees, confessing, "I've been greedy, lying to everyone, even myself. My loyal friend has shown me my folly." The travelers, moved by his honesty, helped Karim repack his goods, and the old woman from the mountain even shared her meager bread with him. Karim vowed to change, promising to sell only honest goods and help those in need. Bahadur brayed softly, as if approving. As they entered the town the next day, Karim sold his goods fairly, earning less coin but more smiles. He patted Bahadur, whispering, "You're wiser than I, old friend." Moral: greed blinds the heart, but honesty, even from the humblest, lights the way to true wealth. Word count: 350 words, suitable for a 6-minute storytelling session with pauses for emphasis and audience engagement. The tone is engaging, with vivid imagery of a South Asian village, light humor in Bahadur's antics, and a clear moral for children and general audiences.